I got Bodhi. He's with his drag bag, suspenders, diapers. So what we do is we first take off the drag bag. All I do is take the top strap off. I leave these ones on because it's easier to put back on. And just the bottom strap here and the zipper, okay? And I slowly remove him. He'll find his way out as well. Put this to the side. Or maybe I put this somewhere else. I'll just put it here for now. Okay. Okay, once I have him on there, I go ahead and strap him in. I can make sure I secure arm so I'm not choking him. It's going to go arm, then over the neck, and then down. Okay. Once that's attached, then I go ahead and undo the suspenders. There's two at the back here, one in the front, and it holds the diaper. You get a washable diaper. Okay. Put that down. We take the wrap. This wrap, a washable wrap, is really used just to protect in case there's leakage from the disposable. Okay, and sometimes you might see a little yellow here or here. So, you know, and we're packing a few of those in case extra's needed. Okay. I need to sit just because of my knee, but welcome to stand. I make sure the suspenders are all the way, and they are. I grab a wipe just to be prepared. I have everything. I should have taken this out at first. Okay. And now we go to work. All right, so we take we undo this. I put this attachment there, the flap. This flap there holds it in. Pull this back. Might sometimes have some fecal matter residue. A lot of times not. And he's acting up because he's getting recorded here. And then this is the wrap. Okay. All right. And you can see he's already urinated into the wrap a little bit, but there's always going to be more. So I feel right under the ribs here. Feel for the bladder. And once I have the bladder, I don't know if you can see, just extracting all the urine out of the bladder just by applying light pressure and squeezing slowly. Don't have to squeeze too hard, but you'll feel you'll know when it's full. Okay. I let go and then I release and then I let things settle back in, and we just get where it just drops. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, all right. Now hold him over just because as he's going to release number 2, sometimes it may also continue. So we try to do this so we can continue to reuse the pad. All right, and keeping it over the wrap there. All right, now to get number 2 out, any means to get him kind of riled up, doorbell, ding dong off of YouTube, or what I do is I just howl. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then I just try and squeeze whatever little bit. If there's a little bit left in there, I leave it in there. But if I'm not getting any, worst case scenario, sometimes I don't get any. I get brave and I'll go in, I'll start with the pinky and I'll dig out with the pinky. Or I'll I'll dig out with the index finger. Any case, after I do that, I throw this glove in there and get a new glove to finish the job. But I think he's good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move him to the side. All right, and he may dribble a little bit, you know, but most of it was already came out. What I do is then I roll this back up, throw this in there, and that's the thing about this. It's pretty stinky, so it's gonna make you cough and yak or whatever. But anyway, okay, now the next step is wiping. So I wipe across the belly because if there was any leakage from earlier, it would have expressed out here, and I want to make sure this is clean, and then that makes sure the washable wrap stays clean. Okay. This is really wiping from anything he might have had from the wrap being on before and touching his body. Okay. See, it doesn't really, the wraps do pretty good as far as absorbing it. You're not seeing a whole lot from there. And I grab both legs. Also, when releasing the fecal matter, make sure to hold on one leg because you see him like squirming around. So I always hold his left leg. It's just my habit. And then after that's done, and if there was any fecal matter in the diaper, he might have spread it around this area. So I make sure I wipe again. And if I need an extra wipe, I'll use an extra wipe. A lot of times I get by with just one wipe. As you can see, there isn't anything. I leave wiping the anal area at the end with some solid. And fold it back up. You can see it's pretty clean. I mean, this whole process has turned out to be a lot cleaner than earlier on. Okay, now that he's clean, I throw that wipe there. I open up the disposable one. I like to use the sticky side on my right, and then the open side on my left. I open up this, bring it underneath. Make sure it's in the middle, not at the edge or the front. And what I do too is just so that it doesn't stick out, I kind of fold this. You can see I twist it, then I twist this across at an angle. Okay, not too tight, but tight enough to make sure it's secure. Then I fold all this in. And what I'm doing here is creating like a V here, so it doesn't, if it falls down, it's not going to cover and block passage there. Okay, now that that's on, this is the diaper. The purple side goes in from this end. The taped edges are on the other side. So I just wing this across just towards the middle. Okay. Okay. And then this one. And it doesn't have to be too tight. Just in there secure. Try and make sure right here there's clearance, otherwise it creates some kind of rubbing there. Same both sides, so try and push that up. Okay, once that's done, then I go ahead and close up the debris here. Okay, remember I had fold that flat, reuse it to close everything up. Okay, put it in one hand, and then I take a glove and cover it over. Same here. Now we have a clean disposal. Okay. All right. Now we finish up here. This whole time he's still strapped in. Okay. Just so make sure he doesn't jump off. Sometimes we forget because we're so used to doing this, and he doesn't jump off, but just to make sure. And then here I line this up right here. It's about an inch from the middle. Likewise this side. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to be too tight because what's going to happen is these suspender straps are going to hold them in. It kind of crosses up here. Okay. So this one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. And then there's one underneath. See here? Reach for the blue, this one, or the diaper, not the wrap. And find it, and there. Okay? Once that's done, he's up, and now we can get the drag bag back in position. This has got a Velcro attached, so sometimes it might make a hole. This would be good for the number of days he's going to be staying, but it's just for us from a maintenance of having to buy a new bag. Anyway, so now I have that. I'm going to pick him up. Okay. Tuck his legs in here. He will find his way into these holes. So if you see here, there's a center piece right here. And then he finds himself in there. And I gotta find, okay, so it's like this, like that, this, like that, zipped up. And all done. Okay, and then we just put him back on the ground, and he goes wandering around.